My name is Michelle and I am so excited to have you join me here today. If you don't know yet, I have a book out, Who Are You Beneath the Pain? It's all about untangling the infuriating unfairness of trauma. It is a story about me getting to a point where I was burnt out, sick of being sick and tired, exhausted, run down, chronic fatigue, IBS, emotional breakdown. I was an absolute mess and I needed to learn how to take my power back, how to find my way, pull my way, dig my way on some days out of that hole of despair and to get to a place of health, of being able to have my own back, of strength, and of having my power back. If this is something you're interested in, please do go on over to Amazon and get my book. You'll find the link below. If you want to come over and just see a few little things that I like to post, come on over to Emotional Resilience Coach, say hey to me there. And on here, I like to share with you just different thoughts, different ideas, different ways and beings, things that helped me so tremendously on my healing journey. I can only share with you that which is my lived experience. And one of the things that I am very aware of and something that I see a lot in my coaching practice and something that I have to be onto myself is something I am going to talk about with you today, and that is about how denial will be the end of us. All right, I put it under the heading of the flighter in my book, but this is also something as a tool that we all use, right? A narcissist will be in denial of their faults. A codependent will be in denial of the narcissist's faults and to a degree their own faults or the damage or the pain that is being caused. A flighter will be in denial of the fact that there's anything to actually sit with, right? This can be across a broad spectrum. Most of us at some point in our lives have dealt with denial. We're not immune to it, all right? We make excuses for and we undermine our own story. A flighter is familiar with the feeling of denial because it has become our shield. We hate the things we need to look at. It feels too hard and too uncomfortable, so we just pretend that we are fine and there's nothing to see here. We reach for our pleasures. The old voices like to drive home that wasn't that bad. Others have it far worse, right? Something I heard growing up a lot is that there are better people than you that have it far worse than you. So stop feeling sorry for yourself. Suck it up. Life goes on. Nobody's got time for this, right? These were all records that played over and over again. And I believed it, right? These were my mantras. These were things that I walked around believing, all right? We measure life with a skew stick and we tell ourselves that just get on with it, right? If we have a faith, isn't that what we're always told to do? Aren't we told that to find ourselves, we are to lose ourselves, right? We can let our faith be used as a weapon against us. Sometimes faith is used as a weapon against us, as a manipulation against us, and we can buy into that story too, right? Please, again, don't get me wrong. I have a great faith. I love my faith. I have a deep, abiding faith. I just don't wear blinkers. I can see where there are faults and pitfalls in all things, and sometimes I've lived it, I've seen it, I've witnessed it. Our faith and our religion, whatever it is we believe in, can be a stumbling block for us too. We can use it against us instead of for us. And one of these ways is something I said here where we're like, well, aren't I supposed to just do that? Aren't I supposed to just sacrifice? Aren't I supposed to just give, right? This is something I'll go into more when dealing with the codependent. But yeah, but no. You know, you're never to the point where you lose yourself, never to the point where you burn out, never to the point where you are sick as a dog, right? Never to the point where you have resentment, toxic relationships, dysfunction in your life. Never, never, never to that point, all right? We are made for deep connections, for thriving relationships, and for love, not just with others, but with ourselves too. We are not to weaponize our resilience so that we can do a spiritual bypass and skip all the pain, all right? We also carry our denial into making excuses for others. We are quick to accept empty promises and we justify bad behaviors. This is where we ignore red flags. Red flags within others and red flags within ourselves where, hey, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or maybe I shouldn't be accepting that, or maybe, as I've done in a previous video, it doesn't have to be perfect, or maybe I don't need to have an extra third, fourth helping of food. Maybe I've had enough. Maybe I don't need to binge watch Netflix all night, keep myself in denial. And it's okay, I'll be all right. I don't need that much sleep. When meanwhile, you do need a little more sleep than maybe 2-3 hours. You've got a big meeting coming up. You've got an interview coming up. Something's happening. You want to feel fresh, be your best, be wide-eyed and bushy-tailed and able to focus. You want to be able to treat yourself and your body well, right? So we have made the same excuses for ourselves, but instead of looking at how we can help others or how we can help ourselves, we focus on others. It is easier to fix them than to have to be with ourselves. So we believe that we can change them. Hello, Fawn, as I am. And if it is abuse that we are ignoring, then we convince ourselves that somehow it will be different. Tomorrow will be better. Without any effort on our part to make any changes, we rely heavily on wishes and miracles and just hope that eventually it will all go away. We omit truths and we evade answering questions when we are asked about ourselves and our lives because we don't want to get to the truth of the fact that we are ignoring red flags, we're being used, we're being abused, we're being ill-treated, that we are in a dysfunctional pattern maybe within ourselves, we are harming ourselves. We don't want to do this. So we close in on ourselves and we hide. So I then said I've seen people who are exceptionally good at deflecting answers that they do not want to answer. All right, sometimes they're not necessarily hiding things, sometimes they just don't want to get to the crux of the matter. They spend so many years building walls and running as fast as they can that taking those walls down means feeling things that they are not ready to feel. We do not want to acknowledge the elephant in the room, yet the very thing we are doing is intensifying what we are trying to avoid, the pain. We don't see that running away is making the pain worse. All right, ignoring the pain that we are in, ignoring the abuse, ignoring the ill treatment, ignoring maybe that we need help, ignoring the fact that maybe we have a problem, that we need guidance, that we need somebody to either help us through therapy, coaching, counseling, whatever. Ignoring all of that is not going to miraculously make the pain go away. It's not going to make it just disappear. All right? Our denial will be the end of us if we don't take our power back. I watched a family member literally drink herself to death and die from her inability to face her pain, face her trauma, and not take her power back, not have her own back, not acknowledge and accept that the abuse that she was enduring in her marriage was not on, it wasn't acceptable. She made excuses for him. She felt sorry for him. She felt sad for him. He's going to be all alone. What's going to happen to him? Who's going to look after him? Right? All these things that she told herself that a good person isn't going to do, she did it to the point where she lost her own life. That's not what we're supposed to do. Do not be in denial. It is hard and it is painful to sometimes sit with and look at the truth and answer some hard questions, But it's only by willing to do that that we will be able to move through that pain onto the other side. All right, I hope that this has helped. I hope it's given you some clarity. Please do let me know in the comments below. Come on over to the Emotional Resilience Coach at Instagram. Say hey to me there. And if you have any questions, I would love to answer it. If you're interested in picking up my book, please do head on over to Amazon. Who Are You Beneath the Pain? By me, Michelle Liddick. All right, let's take a deep breath together. And out all the stress, all the anxiety, all the pain that we carry. All right. Pat yourself on the back, give yourself a hug if you have to, and just acknowledge and know that you are doing an incredible job. You are doing better than you realize. Have a most empowered day.